Signs of Tradition and Wonders of Experience, a devotional for the seasons of Advent, Christmas, and Epiphany, produced by Northside Church. Monday, December 16th. Our scripture passage today comes from Exodus chapter 2, verses 1 through 4.
Now a man of the tribe of Levi married a Levite woman, and she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. When she saw that he was a fine child, she hid him for 3 months. But when she could hide him no longer, she got a papyrus basket for him and coated it with tar and pitch. Then she placed the child in it and put it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile. His sister stood at a distance to see what would happen to him.
Expecting and giving birth to a child is always a season with a bit of anxiety and trepidation. It's often joyful and exciting as well, but if we are honest, it's easy for concern and worry to infiltrate our hearts. If this is the case under normal circumstances, imagine what it must have been like during an active genocide against your people. This was the case for Jochebed when she became pregnant and gave birth to Moses. As we read last week, Pharaoh had commanded all Egyptians to throw any newborn Hebrew boy into the Nile River. What she must have been feeling during all this, not many of us would claim to know. And yet, when Moses arrives, she acts with audacious courage to save her baby boy from certain bloodshed and drowning. For the first 3 months of his life, Moses' mother hides him at home under her watchful protection and care. But when this becomes impossible, Jochebed does something incredible and incredibly creative. She builds an ark for her boy. Taking a papyrus basket, a word that can also be translated as ark, Jochebed covers it in tar and pitch, much like Noah had done for his own lifeboat centuries before. And, like Noah, she places the future of her family and that of her people safely inside, floating above the water. Had she been inspired to do this by her tradition? Is it possible that she remembered the story of Noah and decided that she too would build an ark, scaled down in size as it was? I don't know. No one does. But it certainly seems like the style of the story wants us to believe so. Either way, we can imagine what she must have felt like as she lowered her baby boy into this basket and placed it among the reeds, the anxiety and worry she must have felt. We can imagine it wasn't too much different than what Mary felt centuries later as she gave birth in a stable and lowered her own baby boy into a manger full of dirt and straw. And yet both women were no doubt confident that God had something radically new planned through these little boys. I wonder what experience of anxiety and worry, care and concern we are struggling with that we need to lower into the new experience of God's plan of grace.